This is Cheesemaker. It's a golden ale, a brewing bag. It's about 25 or so pints, depends how far you want to go down. Comes in a bottle box. In there is some instructions, quite easy. And I also have a Facebook channel as well. Inside that is the brewing bag. Comes with a brewing cap, which we'll get to, and some moon dust, or yeast if you want to. The brewing bag is like that. That's what it looks like. Start off with, you've got to do 4 pints of warmish water. Unscrew that. Oh, very careful because it is hops. Okay, it's warm water, so you have to put 4 pints of this in to start with. Right, I'm putting in the 2 pints of water. It does take a bit of time because you've got to get it through the yeast and the gap and all that. There you go. That's 4 pints of warm water, but I haven't got a 4-pint jug, I've only got 2. Then, yes, just get some more. It's warm water to start with. No particular temperature, just warm water. And then the rest of the water, which is 4 pints of warm water, goes in as easy as that. It normally takes about 4 weeks for this, by the way, to be done. Be careful, it does make a bit of a mess if you're not careful. Cap back on in a minute. Give it a quick. And what you do, you just give it a quick mix. You see, there's all hops and stuff at the bottom. Really quick. Let's try and get all that. So it's still sticky at the bottom, so it hasn't quite dissolved. Give it a mix up. And that side. What you have to do in a minute, once you've you'll be quite rough with this. This is quite a good bag it comes in. And then what you do, you unscrew the cap again, making it easy with it, and you put 19 pints of cold water in it. So that's 19 pints of cold water. Done 8 pints, 2 more to do, as you've got to put 19 pints in. And this is the last pint, which comes to 19 pints of cold water. As you can see, the bag's got quite full. Do remind you, it is quite heavy as well. And then what you do is, I normally do this, you don't have to, I normally just clean around the inside and the outside of it. It just makes it a little bit easier when you're putting in the moonshine, which is yeast, basically. Just chew a bit of that off. It's only brewing yeast. Right. And then you can pour that in. You get all of it in. That's in. You then have the yellow cap in there. Also, well, yeah, just make sure that there's no yeast or any dirt around that, and the cap on that as well. That's the cap. Make sure there's nothing on there, and then screw that on. Just do that hand tight. You don't want it too tight, so I do it about like that. And then I just like to give it a good old shake, just to make sure that it's all dissolved and in there correctly. And then what you do is you lift the bag up, making sure that it stands as much as it can anyway on itself. So that'll be like that. Place that into a warm ambient cupboard or area. Don't leave it near a side because it will expand, and around about 68 to 77 degrees is usually okay. I normally stick it in the cupboard and leave it in there. Don't do anything with it. As I say, don't leave it near our edge of the work surface, and leave it in there for the next 3 to 4 days. The bag will inflate and it just gets bigger and becomes tighter. You'll come in and go, oh, because it's quite loose at the moment. After about 6 or 7 days, you can give it a check, loosen a bit of the pressure off by undoing the cap and then just putting it back on again. And then you can, if you want to, you may move the bag to a cooler environment, not a fridge or freezer. After which you don't move the bag again, you leave it. And then around about 4 weeks or so, you can have nice beer. My thing is to check it to make sure that it's not cloudy or not too cloudy, and it tastes alright. If it's still cloudy, leave it again. Don't shake it, don't do anything with it, just leave it and it'll be fine. And then off you go. What you do then is you pull the little silver cap at the bottom, this little silver thing, you pull that off, and then you pull that little red tag, and then you just press down. When you're ready, you just press it down and out comes your pint of beer. As I say, you only need a little bit to test it, check it, make sure it tastes right, it's not too cloudy, because cloudy beer will give you upset stomach. They also do cider as well in this pack. I quite like this. I haven't tried the cider, which I will do. And that's what I mean. It's quite heavy, so be careful. And then just place it into a warm environment. It does get warm in this cupboard. I've done it in this one last time. Just make sure it is standing okay, you're not going to knock it. That will expand and actually probably take up most of that cupboard. Won't come up here, but it'll take up most of that cupboard. As I say, in a couple of weeks, or a couple of days, just check it. If it's feeling a bit tight and a bit thingy, you just release the cap a bit, and that's it. The cap should just be on finger tight. And then after about 7 or so weeks, just check. This is what we've been making today. It's by a company called Moonshine, and it's Golden Ale on that. It makes around about 25 pints of ale for you. It's just add cold water, as you can see at the front. There are some smallish instructions on the back for you. It comes in a brewing bag, as if you were watching the video. They are quite helpful on email and on Facebook. They are on there as well. They are available in Amazon and Lakelands for around about £29 on that. Links should be somewhere along the bottom here. We'll put those for you, not up here but down here. And then have a go. It works out quite cheap per pint. I almost forgot, I'll do a follow-up of the bag when it's expanding so you can release the cap. I'll do a follow-up when I move the bag from its warm place and leave it there for the weeks, and then I'll do another follow-up of what the beer actually comes out with. Unfortunately, we haven't got taste division, or you would have some of that. So it'll just be up to the point. Your choice, and I will hopefully speak to you a bit later.